called prior. So I have some familiarity with what's going on. And the only thing that's and so I'm calling you back primarily representing the city manager's office as well as the chief's office, because I know you called both to the police department and the city manager's office. And I'm not sure how more we can assist you. So I'd like to hear that. It seems that the overall condition or issue is best addressed through the Lodi Unified School Board and School District. That's what seems to be the crux of what's going on.
You think
so?
so?
I'm not sure. So specifically, what is it that you think that the police department or the city council could assist with?
Well, what you guys have done is you police officers have come out to the school and put yourself in a situation where Erica Gonzalez, one of your officers, could have rectified. Cherie Pruitt has been lying for months. Cherie Pruitt lied to the police in February. She lied to Officer Erica Gonzalez and told her I said I was going to have someone bring a gun to the school. The principal at that time was the second principal in command of 3 that the school has had since December. Steve Takamoto was the principal at that time, Takemoto. And Mr. Takamoto told Officer Gonzalez that statement was a lie. Cherie Pruitt then took that same statement, put it in writing, and submitted it to Judge Charlotte Orcutt for a restraining order. I was never served. I never received anything in the mail. I never received any type of notice about defending myself to a restraining order. She told the judge I was going to have someone bring a gun to the school, and that's why she feared for her life. Now, the principal already told Erica Gonzalez that was a lie. When she put that in writing and submitted it to a judge, I told Officer Gonzalez, I told Captain Meadors, shut the door. I've told several people somebody should have arrested her by now. But what you all have allowed her to do consistently, you have allowed her to call the police and make false police reports every time I drop my daughter off or pick my daughter up from school. Now, I spoke with Sergeant Tejeda the other night, a couple of nights ago, and he told me that there is a valid restraining order in your system where it says that I was served. I have never received any type of notice, any type of service, any type of paperwork regarding a restraining order. Judge Orcutt granted a restraining order based on a lie that was already cleared up to Officer Gonzalez in February. Nobody has since rectified this matter, but the police continue. And it's according to Sergeant Tejeda, there are 10 calls in the system. Now, when I attempted to commit suicide, I was in the back of Officer Braun's police car. And when I was looking at his system on the NCIC, the last call that I know of that was in that system was on June 5th. June 5th, I took my daughter up to the school. I parked on the side of the road. My daughter got out and took some math work to her math teacher. I didn't even get out of the car. But another police officer came, put himself in a situation that Officer Gonzalez could have cleared up months ago. Why is it that the police report that I attempted to file with Officer Pratt, why was he so apprehensive about filing it? He didn't even want to do it. I got ready to walk out after talking with him for an hour. Before, as I was walking out, he finally decided to give me a police report number. He didn't want to do it. He said to me, how do I know she doesn't actually fear for her life? And I said to him, because every single thing she has done has been a lie. If she really feared for her life, why doesn't she say something that's true? I filed a complaint with the principal, the first principal of the 3. His name is Randy Melandro. I emailed him a complaint in December. She was rolling her eyes at my daughter because I said I sent a complaint the day before. So the rolling of her eyes started on December 18th or 19th. After my complaint, after he told her that I had complained, she started picking on my daughter. And it increased from there with her shoving my daughter, video recording my daughter, following my daughter out of the bathroom, all types of things. And my daughter has been 12 and 13 at the time. Nobody, she said in court, because we filed a restraining order against her, that a judge wouldn't grant because she said my 13-year-old daughter is not afraid of her. She says the shoving, the video recording, and the following my daughter around and the thing that this woman has done does not amount to granting a restraining order. She told the judge, the principal, the superintendent said, have no dealings with my daughter. But even after the superintendent told her that, she still shoved my daughter. She still video recorded my daughter. Some black guy even came up to me and my daughter. I was in the car. I had just convinced her after I took 20 minutes. And I have all the times she's been late to school since this woman has been attacking her. I'm dropping her off at school. She doesn't want to get out of the car. She missed weeks of school. We've had the Child Protective Services and attendants at the home. We've told them why she was afraid to go to school, and nobody wants to do anything to Cherie Pruitt. I don't understand that. Or Ronnie DeLoach. And these women have been terrorizing my daughter simply because I complain. And I have a right to do that. They haven't been...
Let me ask you about because the school issues with the teacher and
she's not a teacher.
All that stuff. The police really, that really is a school issue. That's for the Lodi Unified School District, Lodi Unified Board. Those are folks that you have to deal with regarding the school employees. But what I'm curious about is, because I'd like to give you clarity, is what's the current status for you as far as court dates regarding restraining orders, either ones that you may have potentially tried to get against them or ones that they have currently in the system against you. Do you have any current court dates coming up? Or?
No, because I tried to file assault and filing fraudulent documents and filing false police reports against her, and Officer Pratt didn't want to take it. He finally gave me a number, C4740. That's the number he gave me. Finally, after an hour of trying to tell him that we need help too, and Stockton Police is not helping us. You all are not. Nobody's defending my 13-year-old child against this woman, but you're continuing to let her file this stuff against me, and it's a lie. Erica, your officer, Erica Gonzalez, knows it's a lie. And every time the police get called, nobody says to this woman, Cherie Pruitt, you're lying. Officer Erica Gonzalez, our colleague, our co-worker, has already told us that Principal Takamoto said Miss Smith never said such a thing. Now you need to stop it. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that.
You're referring to that one statement from a while back, but I think what happened in that first one, I don't know the exact details, but my understanding is if a statement was made about what occurred or didn't occur, that went into a police report and was told to Officer Gonzalez by somebody else, she has to throw that in that initial report. Then if that was a lie, then when you go to court about it, or when you went to court about it, then that would be up to the judge to either give weight to and credence to or not. And if the judge didn't do that and there remains a restraining order on file, that means the judge hasn't given credibility to or belief to the fact that that's a lie.
Well, I haven't even been to court. I haven't seen Judge Orcutt.
Okay, well, then that's what's interesting to me, because if you have a restraining order against you, and then that would tell me that you should have received something in the mail from the courthouse so that you could have went and appeared on that.
Exactly.
If you haven't, then you can contact the court and ask for a court date regarding this restraining order. So that
I did that.
To the judge.
I did that. I filed a motion to quash. I got to court about 15 minutes late. Everybody had a court time of 1 o'clock. There were at least 50 to 75 people in the courtroom. Every seat was filled except 2. And my daughter and I got there to defend ourselves, and she had already dismissed them.
Okay. Now, so I would suggest that you...
Oh, let me, I want to back up before I forget something.
Sure.
I have not received one single document. I went to the DA's office because when she filed her police report, she was allowed by your police officers, by your staff, to file a police report. The DA chose not to pursue it. Yes, you say sure, but I went and filed one, and where is mine? Where is my police report?
You're trying. Well, what did you want to file? My understanding is you want to file a police report for there being a lie by this person.
No, what I tried to file was her assaulting my daughter. That's what I filed. That's what I tried to file. But the Officer Pragg refused. He kept telling me things to support that woman who's been lying, and you guys know she's lying. And I'm sitting there saying, well, she shoved my daughter. Well, she's been terrorizing. She's following my daughter. She's taking videos of my daughter. You know, what I have to do? Let her kill my daughter? Let her choke her? Let her slap her? My daughter didn't even want to get out of the car. And then, I just don't understand why we can't get the support that you're giving her. I just don't understand that. I need that document. If Erica, and in February, when she told Erica Gonzalez that lie, and Mr. Takamoto cleared it up, Officer Gonzalez didn't write a report that day. Now, any subsequent reports, I don't have a copy of those either. I went to the DA's office to try to get a copy so that I could see what Officer Gonzalez wrote and what was said, and I can't even have a copy. I went to the police department to try to get a copy. The police department said they don't have it. It's at the DA's office, and they couldn't give it to me anyway because it's still an active case. So why is it her restraining order is still an active case? I can't get anybody to support me and my child. We're not even from here.
So that's my first thing is, now you say it was dismissed when you tried to show up to court, but you were late and they dismissed it already. I would think that you should be able to petition make a request for another court date to be able to address the judge, because one, all these issues, I don't really understand in the sense of what's your ultimate request, because you say it's to protect your daughter. Why do you still have her at this high school? I would assume they would make accommodations so you could put her at a different school.
You know what? Why would you all say that? That's again, you police officers are consistently protecting. Oh, wow.
No. I would think that as a parent, if you think that there's issues to this level, that your daughter's not safe at the school, then I would think that you would try to make some kind of arrangements or be making some efforts to have her put it either in a different school, or because here's why. Because there's so much back and forth between what several of the administrators have been saying to the police and made it into reports that's contradictory to what you say. But because it's only you that's saying it, all the police can do is put it in reports and send it to court. So if it's several administrators saying something,
you know what they're saying? I've seen.
And that's why it has to go to court, because we can't. We have to give. If anything, we're going to give weight to the several administrators, because there's more folks on that side that are making references to concerns with you, not even necessarily your daughter, but concerns with you.
And okay, you know what? I would like to hear what those are, because I want to be able to tell you my side.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Exactly. Don't I have a right to that? Wait 1 second. You said that they've made these accusations. Well, what are they? They must not have enough strength on them, because the DA chose not to prosecute.
Yeah, but you have a standing restraining order.
Hey, hold on. You can't say I have a standing restraining order and then not allow me to respond. I have a standing restraining order because I wasn't in court. Didn't even know there was a court date. When I found out about it and I tried to go, you got a courtroom full of people, and you mean to tell me that you can't wait 30 minutes?
Well, exactly.
And I don't care what. You know what? This woman has known these administrators, and it works better in their favor for them to support her than to support me, because eventually I'm going to file a lawsuit. So to prevent them from having to pay out any money from the district or from the county or from whoever the money is going to come from, they're going to support this woman in her wrongdoing. I have sat at the school 20, 30 minutes, an hour sometimes in the morning, trying to wait and let my daughter, convincing her to get out of the car. Sitting there because I know she's going to turn right back around and come right back out, because you got a grown woman. And my daughter is not in high school. She's in middle school. She just turned 13 in December. You got a grown woman, 2 of them. One built like a big Ford truck, a big man, glaring, mean mugging, rolling the eyes, pursing the lips. The body language is suggesting they want to hit her. Following her when she comes out of the bathroom. And she's not with a group of girls coming out of the bathroom. She's coming out of the bathroom by herself. So when you have the people who work at that school who are sending letters in support, they're supporting because they don't want this lawsuit to come back and hit them in the face. You've had 3 principals in 5 months. 3. You got people sitting there. I complained about teachers who would take her work, stamp it, grade it, give it back to her, and then will mark it missing in the system. So you don't have you have people who are trying to protect themselves. You don't have people who are trying to protect my daughter because it's the right thing to do. They're trying to protect their best interests. So yes, it is going to look like I've done something wrong. I have every right to come up to that school. It wasn't a problem prior to me complaining. I came up to the school every day to bring her lunch, or to bring her shoes, or to see how she was doing, or to say hi to the ladies in the office. It wasn't a problem then. So me coming up to the school after I complained about her became a problem. Why? Because she had to protect herself. She is a liar, and Erica Gonzalez knows she's a liar, and she's protecting her. And you all know it, because Erica Gonzalez, unless she's a liar, she has to tell you all the truth. She had to. And when I came up to the school that day, I've never been on that campus without a visitor's pass. Why didn't somebody ask to look at the tape? I saw it. On February 21st, I saw the tape. Why didn't anybody else ask to see the tape? Nobody wants to protect my child. Everybody wants to tell me, why don't you leave the school if you got this many problems? Why don't you fix the problems? That way, no other child has to deal with this type of stuff. No other parent has to deal with this type of stuff. But you want to tell me, just leave the school. Just leave the school, because that solves the problem. Okay.
Here's where we're at, Miss Smith. Here's where we're at. It's very clear to me, actually, that these issues, like I said before, and even hearing you now, I'm even more convinced, neither the city nor the police department is the venue to address what your real concerns are. The venue are two places. It's the court to deal with this. You told me that there's an active restraining order. You need to deal with that with the court. Even if you miss the other court date, you have to contact them to try to see to find out, because I don't know, what you would have to do to get another court date so that the judge can hear all of your side, because this shouldn't even be a valid restraining order per your opinion. So they can tell you what you need to do for that. And then all the other issues with teachers and how they interact with you, or with how they're portraying themselves, or how they're acting or treating your daughter, that's all the school district. So you have to go to the school board.
Tell me your name again. I'm sorry. Tell me your name again.
So my name is Deputy Chief Salcido with the police department. So
wait 1 second. So the police report that I tried to file, where this woman has been assaulting my daughter, you're telling me I can't file a police report, right?
If you call out and you insist on a report could be provided for you. But if the officers don't believe it rises to the level of a crime, it will be an incident report. So there might not be follow-up for a crime, because they might, based on the specifics of what you say and what they get from other people that might make statements or other evidence, they have to make that determination when they're there on scene. So I can't really comment to why an officer did or didn't make a crime report at the time. That's something they have to evaluate based on the evidence presented to them. Now, if you insist on a report, yeah, they can say, okay, I don't believe this rises to the level of a crime, but I'll document it in a report for you if you're insisting. By all means, we can do that. But that doesn't mean it goes anywhere. It just means it's a matter of record, and it's retained. And if you do need it for some civil litigation later or something else, you can retrieve it, but it doesn't mean it was given weight by the police department. It just means it was recorded that you contacted the police, and they'll put what you say in there. So, yeah, absolutely, something like that could occur. But it sounds to me as though what you say, when you say we didn't take a crime report, we wouldn't accept it, it probably because at the time the officers did not believe there was enough evidence to
Of
rise
course
to
not.
the level of
Of
taking
course
it.
not, because your police officers have
And
done a lot of wrong. You know what? You don't have to keep telling me all of this crap, because it's crap. Erica Gonzalez knows
okay.
that woman lied, and this could have been cleared up. She used a lie to get a restraining order, and Erica Gonzalez knows it was a lie, and you all continue to come out and file 10 police reports. And you know what? You know what? I'm not going to forgive you. And if I can sue the police department, I'm going to do my best. And when I get enough money to get an attorney, I'm going to let the attorney handle it and fix all of it. And you know what? Just don't, I won't ever call the police department again. I don't care if somebody's breaking in my house, raping me or my daughter. I will never call Stockton Police again.